Are dreams just random images fired from an unconscious brain during sleep? Or something much more important, like life-saving inner guidance? How dreams can be healing and early warning tools for disease, financial crisis, or success. And love is still one of the behavioral science's greatest unanswered questions. Hello, I'm your host, author Kat Kanavos. Welcome to Dreaming Healing, where dreams and cutting-edge scientific research meet on syndicated Dreamvisions 7 radio network. Dreaming Healing is every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern, with live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, when you can call in and ask Kat questions about your amazing dreams. Talk on air. Call toll-free 833-220-1200. That's 833-220-1200. Come live your dreams out loud with Kat.
Good evening, everyone. I am so glad you're here. You know, this show is live video. So whatever happens, you're going to see it. That's one of the things that makes it so exciting. And I have to warn you, I am in the middle of a thunderstorm. So if we suddenly cut off, just stay there. We will be back, I promise. And if you're only listening right now and you'd like to watch us, you can go to my website, The Queen of Dreams, or Kathleen Kanavos.com, and that's Kathleen Kanavos. So we do have callers already waiting in queue, and we will get to you probably toward the end of the show. And you may have seen me on my video podcast, the Kat Kanavos Show, Bloomer Boomer TV, with the Queen of Dreams. If not, you can Google it. You can find all of my shows on Google, or you can find them on my website. So friendship, let's talk about friendship. How important is it to teach the power of friendship to our children and our loved ones, especially now? If you are a grandparent or a parent, maybe teaching your children at home right now, you are in for a real Christmas treat today, because our guests are mothers, teachers, and authors of the children's book series, Love Llama. We have Monica Talbot-Kerkes and Sharla Charpentier with us. But first, let's start the show with our favorite meditation, our favorite clearing meditation. So if you're driving, please don't close your eyes. Just listen. It will work, all right? So during this meditation, we're going to imagine that we're using something that's small but really powerful to you. It can be something that was given to you in a dream, or by a guardian angel or a spirit guide, a deceased loved one. It can be an amulet, a piece of jewelry, a flower, your favorite crystal, anything that is really powerful for you. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 deep breaths of air, the breath of life, and we're going to let any negativity attach itself to that breath. And we're going to blow that breath across the room into the purple flame of Saint Germain. Then we're going to use our power gift, and we're going to build a protection bubble around us that's only going to allow that which is at the highest and best, okay? So when you're ready, sit comfortably, just kind of relax, okay? Now take in deep breath, hold it. Imagine any negativity connecting to that breath of life. Blow it out across the room, right into that purple flame of Saint Germain, where it's converted into energy and returned to the universe. Again, deep breath in. Hold it. Blow it out across the room. One more time. Deep breath in. Any stubborn, something someone said to you, something you said to them, something someone did to you, blow it out across the room. Now imagine holding the power gift and swinging it all around your head and your body to create a mirrored bubble that only allows that which is highest and best to come into your bubble. Everything else is reflected back from whence it came. We wish it so, and therefore it is. When you're ready, open your eyes. So, friendship is a skill that is taught and learned. We learn from our family about the power of friendship. And in the book Love Llama, love travels the world. I just love that imagination. Love travels the world looking for a special friend and finds so much more along the way. If you've got a child right now, you can actually call them into the room and have them sit down and watch this show with you. This show is child friendly. Llamas are one of the hot new animals in the publishing industry and the movie industry. December 9th was National Llama Day, and January 27th is the International Llama Day. Everybody wants books about llamas. I'm here with guests Monica and Sharla, the authors of The Love, and love is spelled with 2 L's, LL, Love Llama, which is the first book in their 8, yep, you got it right, 8-book series, The Love Llama and Friends. And they're here to talk about the Love Llama and how and why she was born. Welcome to the show, Monica and Sharla.
Hi, I'm Monica.
Hi, I'm Sharla.
Well, I'm so glad you guys are here with us. I want to tell the audience a little bit more about you. Both Monica and Sharla are cousins. Yes, they're keeping it in the family. They're cousins and sisters who share a passion for writing creative children's stories and a love for teaching. And their family, they love to travel. And they have these amazing stories in their Love Llama book. Monica is a mother of 2. She teaches English as a second language. She's a writer and a poet, and she's the creator of the original storyline. Sharla is a mother of 4. Yeah, you got that right. 4. And she's a lawyer, artist, writer, and poet. And she created the Love Llama character. Now, Love Llama is trademarked. So let's start with the question. Let's start with you, Monica.
Yep.
What is the story of friendship behind creating the Love Llama? And can you hold the book up for us so we can see it? I just love it.
Yeah, this is the Love Llama, and it travels the 7 continents. So the story is about this llama. Her name is Love, and she has a dream of finding friendship, the friendship of a little girl or boy who is the child reader and lives in North America. So Love has this dream of finding this new special girl and boy, and she starts in South America where she's born, and she travels the world continent by continent. On each continent, she meets a new funny animal character that sends her north, south, east, west, all over the world in this zigzag adventure. She gets lost, she gets drowned, she overcomes a lot of circumstances to find her friends. So she's very brave, which is a focus of the book. And, it's all about friendship and being best friends and working really hard to find a friend and friendship.
Wow. So Sharla, I have to ask you, with your 4 children, did you actually beta test the story and the drawings and the artwork on your 4 children?
I did. They've seen it. They've seen the illustrations and heard the story so many times over the last 6 months to a year that they were kind of like, when is this book actually going to get published? And then when it arrived, they were thrilled. They're so excited. They couldn't believe how great the pictures look. And I mean, I've read it again several times since receiving it. And they have given invaluable feedback. I think Monica and I both were saying, let's use their feedback more in the next books.
Yes, 100%.
And that's really important, because what good is it to write a book if if you can't get the kids to sit still? But I could certainly see, because I taught special ed for 10 years and then psychology at USF. This book would very much appeal not only to children, but to teachers as well, because it teaches something that's really not taught that much in schools anymore, geography. So what made you decide to have the Love Llama actually travel the world, Monica, instead of just keeping them in one little hometown?
Yeah, well, we really want our books to be educational, each one of them. And in this case, we want to teach the children the continents. I've been at a lot of different schools, and they focus so much on math and reading these days that social studies are really not paid attention to, and geography in particular. In the United States, it's known to have a very low, children don't have a lot of knowledge about geography. So we think that's important. We love to travel and wanted to introduce not only the continents, but continental diversity and the animal life that lives there. So that was our goal. And we think we achieved our goal. We teach the 7 continents and navigation as well, north, south, east, west.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah, it's an amazing book. It really is. Sharla, how important is it to you that your children learn the power of friendship?
Oh, I mean, it's one of the most important things. I feel like character, means more than, that is a measure of success. That my kids are good people, compassionate, care about their community, have empathy, have sympathy. And that's why we talked about the Positivity Project, which focuses on 24 different character strengths that have been that program has been rolled out into schools across the country. It started with my kids' schools a few years ago, and I just loved it right away. I mean, the kids learn a different character strength each week, and friendship, of course, is one of the key things in society, especially right now during COVID, where you can't connect. Make these friendships, it's much more tricky. And so I think really emphasizing it, especially right now, is important.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. I remember in the report cards, it wasn't that long ago, maybe 10 years ago or so, 15 years ago, they actually had, they had friendship on the report card. They had social skills on the report cards. Those are all gone. Remember those? They're all gone now. And I think it's a shame, because learning friendship skills is something that will carry you through life. It's a skill you learn as a child, but it's a skill you use all the way through adulthood. So Monica, what are some of the other lessons that are taught in the Love?
Like I said, it's bravery, because she sets out on this mission and she has so many obstacles to overcome to get there. And, being lost and, sweaty and hot in Africa, drowns in the Indian Ocean. So she has,
tell us about that. How was she drowned in the Indian Ocean?
Well, she ends up in Australia from Antarctica, where she meets Donut, the dingo dog, and she is still, the whole book, she keeps saying, I need to find my friend. I need to find my friend. So she needs to get to Africa. So he, Donut, the dingo dog, sets her out, says, go, if you run into trouble, good friend, look for the narwhal. His name is Ned. So she meets Ned in the Indian Ocean, and he drags her to Africa.
I love the names. Who came up with these names? Sharla, who came up with the names?
Oh, it's total collaboration. I mean, Monica and I are it's like we're on the same brain wavelength. I mean, we know each other, what we're thinking before we even say it. So you know, what's funny to me is funny to her and vice versa. And so the names just came so naturally. I mean, I don't, you know, it's just us talking like, oh, wouldn't Ned be a great name for the narwhal? And what, you know, and well, kids love donuts. Everyone loves donuts. Donut the dingo dog.
Mhm.
Oh, and the pictures are awesome because I have seen them, actually seen them, and they're quite beautiful. Now, you guys actually have coloring pages to go with it. So if our audience, when our audience listens to this again, if they want to, they can go to your website and they can actually download one of your coloring pages as a free gift. Is that correct? Is that what I heard?
Yes, there's 2 free coloring pages.
And so how can they find your website to get your coloring pages for their children?
The website is actually, we ran into a glitch about it, but it should be up and running tonight. But once they go on the lovellamanandfriends.com, there's, you know, they sign up for the Gmail and then they receive 2 free coloring pages. So that's
Great.
get that, yeah. And we're planning on putting together an activity book in the future. This would be a coloring book. The kids love it and it just adds more to the book. The book is all about involving the child in the experience.
And that is important. So tell me, I know you've got the Love Llama trademarked. What made you, first of all, what made you decide to do children's books instead of writing an adult's novel? Charla, you want to take that?
Yeah. Well, Monica and I both do some writing that's adult geared. I write poems and Monica does short stories. But, you know, we're very playful and we wanted to kind of use that playful side of, I think, and we love the idea of teaching kids and having this impact. Like, you know, the most impact you can have in the world, like leaving your mark, is by influencing children. So I think that to us was, you know, was just really exciting. And then we love, you know, these great illustrations, color. We love color, and I like to sketch, you know, animals and more for children, that type of thing. So it just made sense.
So go ahead, Monica.
It made sense for us. I mean, we love animals. We're firm supporters of World Wildlife Fund. So each of the animal characters, you know, we picked 5 of the 7 are endangered species, like the cheetah, who's severely endangered of all the big cats. The sloth, the three-toed sloth is critically endangered, and the red panda, there's only 10,000 left in the entire world. So we wanted to showcase that, and we have animal photos and animal facts, real photos that goes along with that, including threats to these species.
You know, that is so important. That is really, really important. And sloths are another hot thing. Llamas are very hot right now in the entertainment industry. I think sloths come in number 2. And I think it's one of the ways that we can bring education concerning those animals to the public and say, look, this incredible animal could disappear if we don't give it some attention. And so you guys are doing service to the animal world. And at the same time, you're educating children and making these animals important to children. Did this just happen accidentally, or was this something that you did on purpose? Charla?
This was definitely something we did on purpose. Like Monica said, we both love animals and we're very concerned about what's going on with global warming, you know, climate change, those things that our children need to focus on because it's going to affect them more than it's going to affect us. They're going to be here longer than we are. So we definitely wanted to put that out there, and that's why it was important for us to have the animal facts and photos of the real animals, and also the pictures of the main animal characters. We wanted them to look realistic because so many kids don't know what a red panda looks like. it actually looks like a fox. And the sketch of Ruby, the red panda, she has the ringed tail. She has the whiskers and the small head. Not at all like a kid would naturally think of a panda. So that was really important to us.
Good. We've got to take a quick break. I know we still have somebody holding on the line, and we will try to take some callers at the end of the show. Don't go away. We'll be right back. You're listening to Dreaming Healing on Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network, and I'm your host, Kat Kanavos.
Ever had a strange dream? Nautilus Award winner, Dreams That Can Save Your Life, Early Warning Signs of Cancer and Other Diseases by Kathleen Kanavos and Duke University radiologist Dr. Larry Burke, forward by Dr. Bernie Siegel, shares how people like you self-advocated in the face of adversity and won using dreams. Read life-saving dream stories validated by medical reports. Hear how dreams of dead loved ones saved lives. Use interpretations and journaling as roadmaps in your waking world for health, wealth, and love. Dreams That Can Save Your Life, Early Warning Signs of Cancer and Other Diseases. Buy the audio and book at KathleenO'KeefeCanavos.com in English and Italian worldwide and through Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and other retailers.
How did life start on Earth, and why is there so much suffering? Are we living in a simulated reality like the characters in the Matrix movie? Do parallel dimensions exist alongside ours, influencing our experience? What are the mysterious dark energies that penetrate our universe? Peter Canova folds space and time to bring the twin bookends of ancient wisdom and quantum science into a single focal point, answering these and many other deep mysteries of the creation. Quantum Spirituality can be heard every Tuesday at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern and 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Pacific on syndicated Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network. See the show where past and present merge to show us our future.
What if dreams can diagnose your life? What if we can meet the love of our life in dreams? Join host Kat Kanavos, the #1 internationally best-selling author of Dreams That Can Save Your Life, written with Duke University medical doctor Larry Burke. Dreaming Healing is where we'll explore dreams, research, and interpret dreams from you, the caller. Dreaming Healing shows can be heard every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern, with live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on syndicated Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network. Come live your dreams out loud with Kat.
Have you met your physician within yet? The Nautilus and multi-award-winning book, Surviving Cancerland: Intuitive Aspects of Healing, is a memoir that takes you down the rabbit hole of healing dreams and interpretations, mixed with conventional medicine and treatments. Listen to the hookah-puffing caterpillar ask, "Who are you?" Dr. Bernie Siegel says Kathleen's story is powerful, honest, and eye-opening. Surviving Cancerland: Intuitive Aspects of Healing by 3-time breast cancer survivor Kathleen Kanavos. Buy the book and audio at KathleenO'KeefeCanavos.com and worldwide through Amazon and other retailers. Why are we here? How can we be happy? Questions asked from millennials to boomers. Crappy to Happy, Sacred Stories of Transformational Joy answers them using true stories of grit, grace, and love. James Redfield, author of The Celestine Prophecy, wrote in the foreword, "This book is a seminar about emerging truths and offers grounded solutions through the art of the comeback." Dr. Bernie Siegel, a contributing author, wrote, "Bodies die, but spirits and consciousness survive and recycle." So, grab some tissues, open your book, and prepare to cry and laugh till it heals. Crappy to Happy by Reverend Ariel Patricia and Kathleen Kanavos. Available from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and booksellers worldwide.
This is Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life flow.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second part of the radio show tonight on Dreaming and Healing on Dreamvision7radio.com. I'm your host, Kat Kanavos, and we're discussing the Love Llama with our authors today, Talbot-Kerkes and Sharla Charpentier. So just before the break, we were talking about how important their work is to the animal kingdom right now. And so I wanted to ask you, Monica, what age group are you targeting with your book? Or is this book actually for parents?
It's primarily 3 to 8-year-olds, but we think, and we've beta tested it on even older kids, and they seem really receptive to it, especially, looking at the animal pictures at the end. But definitely 3 to 8-year-olds, young to old. You can, there's discussion questions, which you can cater to whatever age you want. So it's a good thing for parents and children to talk about together.
That's great. Right now, what I'm hearing from not just friends, but in emails and around the world, actually, parents are having to do a lot of homeschooling with their children. So I'm sure that you've run into this, Sharla. How is your book a help to parents who maybe they're not working right now because of COVID, and their children aren't going to school also because of COVID? How can this book be helpful to them?
Well, I have been dealing with remote learning for months now. I have 6-year-old, 8-year-old, 11-year-old, and 14-year-old at home all day doing these Google Meets and trying to learn. And it's been quite a learning curve for parents and teachers and the children. And I think our book is so valuable, and it's the distinction from other children's books because it does have this built-in lesson to it. So whether you just need your child to do something like, okay, here's a book to go look at, and they just look at the pictures if they can't read yet, or if they're beginning readers, they can start reading it. They're pretty simple words that a lot of sight words that teachers and parents are trying to teach the younger readers. And then for older ones, you've got the discussion questions right there. So even for parents, it's a built-in lesson. And even for teachers, actually, we're planning on doing author readings for schools, whether it's Zoom or face-to-face, where we're gonna consume a whole hour for them so they can focus on other things while we, interact with the kids and have this kind of basic geography lesson and an art activity. And I think that's really, really important right now during the pandemic.
I agree. So, Monica, is the book on Amazon right now? For instance, our listeners right now, if they wanted to, they could go onto Amazon and get the book?
Yeah, you can go right on Amazon. It's The Love Llama Travels the 7 Continents. It comes up on the first page. So
okay, you want to hold your book up again so we can see it in case they go there, they'll know which one. Great. I love that purple background. Yes, and Sharla's got it too. Great, Sharla. Yeah. So Monica, there was a section in the book about dreams, about the Love Llama and her dreams. You want to read that to us?
Sure. Yeah. Here, I'll show you the picture.
Pretend like we're oh gosh, I love that.
Yeah,
look at that. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, this is the Love Llama where she starts out in South America. So we have the purple flag. There's a purple flag on each continent that says the name of the continent. So here she is. She's playing with her friends, llama friends, on the grassy mountain tops. But, she's having a great time, but she has a dream. It says the Love Llama had a dream to find a special girl or boy. She wanted a new friend to share love, fun, and joy.
Those the pictures in the book are gorgeous. Tell us about them.
Well, our illustrator, his name is Aljon Inertia, and he's in the Philippines, and he is incredibly talented we wanted a lot of color. We're on the same page with blasting with color and really fun characters. This is one of the favorites,
Mhm.
the sloth. So, the illustrations are great. They blew us away even. We're really happy with how.
So are those basically what the coloring pages are going to be like that people can download off of your website?
Yes, they're exactly these pages, but the color is taken away so they can go in. And one of them is Ned in the ocean, so the kids can fill in like the fish and stuff below it. And the other one is Bob in the Amazon forest.
So Charla, were your children, your younger children, involved at all in creating these colorful pictures?
Well, they watched the process from me beginning with the initial sketches of each character, and they had a lot of input, and some of which I took, and because I like their ideas just from a child's point of view, you just can't get as an adult. So and just getting the feedback of, okay, yes, we're going in the right direction, and having that confidence. And then when we took the initial storyboard illustrations from Aljon and showed those to them, they would say things, whether it's like, oh, maybe you could add something, or like we ended up adding a koala bear and some like just little things here and there that really capture kids' attention. And it also makes it enjoyable after you read this over and over again. There's still things to look for, little hidden things here and there.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I remember when I was little, I used to love to find hidden things in pictures, where it says find the 5 hidden shoes. And I would just be, oh yeah, I can find those shoes. So let's talk about the trademark. Now, what made you guys decide to trademark the Love Llama, and what are you going to do with that trademark? Let's start with you, Monica, and then I'll give you the same question, Charla.
Well, we immediately thought of the big picture. Like you said at the beginning, we knew llamas are so hot. We love llamas. I work at a llama farm. And, the book with each character, like the Love Llama, we want it packaged together with the stuffed animals. So we wanted to start with the stuffed animal, but then we're thinking really big picture where, you could have puzzles, board games, little figurines. So each character in the Love Llama has their own book. The next one is Ned the Narwhal, Voyages the 5 Oceans. So they will each have a stuffed animal, which we're working on now. And the possibilities are limitless, is how we see it. We're excited.
So Charla, you're going to start with this with the stuffed animal of the Love Llama, or are you going to start with another animal?
Yeah, we're starting with Love, and we're hoping to have Ned done soon as well. And I think that it's so important to have the stuffed animal with the book, have that available eventually, because I think that kids really, it makes it even more special. And I know for my kids have so many stuffed animals, it's unbelievable. I mean, Monica and I have stuffed llama animals actually, but to have it connected to an actual book, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the character, this is Love, this is Ned. I think that's it's such a special thing. And the initial concept of the Love Llama actually started from a divorce that I was going through, and my children struggling with the fact that they weren't with me all the time. Or with their father all the time. And so the idea was, okay, let's take a stuffed animal, something tangible that you can go back and forth to the houses. So you always have a piece of us. So, I mean, that's just another little thing where something tangible is really important to children. And I just think it's going to be so fun for them to have. My kids can't wait for Bob the Sloth and Peppermint the Penguin to come out. And we're also looking at, like Monica was saying, activity books, puzzles. I'm actually designing a board game right now. So I hope that'll be available soon too.
So there's going to be a whole bunch of activities around Love Llama, and the idea of a stuffed animal kind of takes me back to the Beanie Babies. Remember how those just exploded the little Beanie Babies. But I remember growing up, I always had stuffed animals too, and I loved my stuffed animals. I slept with my stuffed animals. I don't know if you guys did or not, but I slept with my stuffed animals because for one thing, I was moving around all the time. I was a military brat. And so one of the things that I think is so important about the Love Llama for many children who do travel, and especially right now where their parents are losing their jobs, maybe they have to move back home with the grandparents, having a stuffed animal means you get to take a friend with you. And so Love Llama is already, love. There's love right there. And so I can see the Love Llama becoming a really good friend to many small children right now who are going through a crisis with this COVID. Let's face it. When you've got something like COVID, it affects the whole family. And so Love Llama could be their friend. So let's talk about writing children's books. What is one of the tips you'd like to give our audience who might be authors considering switching from, let's say, writing adult books, adult themed books to children's book, or someone who just wants to start right off with children's books? What is some advice you might want to give them?
Well, Sharla has read a ton of children's books. I used to, obviously my kids are older. So reading other children's books gives you a good idea. It's about opening your mind up and really letting your imagination run wild. And it's a love for me and Sharla, it's a love of rhyme. So rhyme time on Google helps you find many, it's a game. Like if you enjoy a game, you can make it like a game, rhyming and letting your imagination go free, not letting go is what it's about.
And how do you, is there anything that you do to get your imagination to get back down into that inner child place?
For me, it's easy because I'm still around small children. So, I'm kind of constantly pulled back into that, little things they say here and there, and I'm just like, oh yeah, it's such a great idea. It could be anything from, we call a sunset the cotton candy sky, and so, and you have to let yourself be silly. And I think that's hard to do as an adult. And if you can kind of tap into that and just let down your guard and be vulnerable and be playful. And so I think it's easy for me right now with little kids. And if you don't have that in your life, then I'm sure there's children in your life somehow, or even going back to kids' books. Like I love reading children's books, not just to my kids. I just think that they're just so brilliant because they take you back to this place that you don't have as an adult.
Mm-hmm. That's very true. They do take you back to when you were little. It's almost like nostalgic when you're reading children's books to children. I often find that when I'm in a school library, I will sit down and start reading a children's books just because I love the pictures. A picture is worth 1,000 words. So before we have to go to break, I just want to ask you, how do you feel about working with a co-author? And I might have to actually stop you. We might have to pick it up after the break, but is there one little trick that the two of you use to co-author, to work with each other, to use ideas together? And I'm going to ask you straight out, do you ever argue about what should go into the book? Let's start with you, Sharla.
Oh, okay, good.
Well, everyone that's around us thinks that we're sisters, which is really funny I think that's an appropriate thing to say about us, because we're on the same wavelength, but then, we obviously don't agree about everything, but we are always willing to compromise. And it's kind of, we usually agree on everything, but if there's something that we don't, it's kind of like, all right, is it more important to you or is it more important to me?
Okay, hold that thought. We got to go to break, but I want to get back to this because I think it's really important. Don't go away. We're going to take a quick break. You are listening to Dreaming Healing on Dreamvision7radio.com, a syndicated radio station. We'll be right back.
What if dreams can diagnose your life? What if we can meet the love of our life in dreams? Join host Kat Kanavos, the #1 internationally best-selling author of Dreams That Can Save Your Life, written with Duke University medical doctor Larry Burke. Dreaming Healing is where we'll explore dreams, research, and interpret dreams from you, the caller. Dreaming Healing shows can be heard every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern, with live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on syndicated Dreamvision 7 Radio Network. Come live your dreams out loud with Kat.
Ever had a strange dream? Nautilus Award winner, Dreams That Can Save Your Life, Early Warning Signs of Cancer and Other Diseases by Kathleen Kanavos and Duke University radiologist Dr. Larry Burke, forward by Dr. Bernie Siegel, shares how people like you self-advocated in the face of adversity and won using dreams. Read life-saving dream stories validated by medical reports. Hear how dreams of dead loved ones saved lives. Use interpretations and journaling as roadmaps in your waking world for health, wealth, and love. Dreams That Can Save Your Life, Early Warning Signs of Cancer and Other Diseases. Buy the audio and book at KathleenO'KeefeCanavos.com in English and Italian worldwide and through Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and other retailers.
Have you met your physician within yet? The Nautilus and multi-award-winning book, Surviving Cancerland: Intuitive Aspects of Healing, is a memoir that takes you down the rabbit hole of healing dreams and interpretations, mixed with conventional medicine and treatments. Listen to the hookah-puffing caterpillar ask, "Who are you?" Dr. Bernie Siegel says Kathleen's story is powerful, honest, and eye-opening. Surviving Cancerland: Intuitive Aspects of Healing by 3-time breast cancer survivor Kathleen Kanavos. Buy the book and audio at KathleenO'KeefeCanavos.com and worldwide through Amazon and other retailers. Darkest hours to brightest moments, transformation from despair to happiness, and chaos to clarity. Real people, real pain, real healing. Life-threatening illness, death, abusive relationships, divorce, and overcoming addiction are challenges these men and women faced head-on. See how they emerged stronger and happier. Buy the new book, Chaos to Clarity: Sacred Stories of Transformational Change by Reverend Patricia Caginello and Kathleen Kanavos. Available on SacredStoriesPublishing.com and worldwide through Amazon and other retailers.
In a world facing annihilation, a miraculous African nun rises to become the first female pope through a web of war, murder, and betrayal. Loved by some, hated by many, she becomes the deadly target of Islamic terrorists and her own cardinals as she introduces a new vision that will either save humanity or accelerate its destruction. 4 people must race against a nuclear holocaust to learn her astonishing secret. Pope Annalisa is available at petercanova.com, Amazon, and other online booksellers and bookstores worldwide.
This is Dreamvision 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life flow.
Welcome back to the last section of our show, Dreaming Healing on Dreamvision7.com. I'm your host, author and video podcaster, Kat Kanavos, and our guests tonight are Talbot-Kerkes and Sharla Charpentier. And we're talking about love and the Love Llama. Love Llama actually has dreams, so Love Llama is perfect for this show. We're going to actually have Sharla read another dream that the Love Llama had. And I think that one of the most important things about the book, when I read the book, and I did, was the friendship that the Love Llama made throughout the book. And that's one of the things that we as parents must teach our children. We can't leave that to anyone else because it's a skill they're going to take with them through their whole life. So just before we went to the break, Sharla, we were talking about how you and Monica collaborate, and you were talking a little bit about how you work through not so much disagreements, but maybe differing points of views on something. So you want to pick it back up there?
Sure. Like I was saying, for the most part, Monica and I see things from the same perspective. And when we do have different perspectives, we decide who is it more important to. And so it could be a one word, because Monica and I are perfectionists. So I mean, every single word in this book, every single detail of an illustration we've discussed. And so, and okay, that is more important to you. I'll give you that. That's more important to me. She'll give that to me. So we're really lucky that way, that we understand each other so well and we care so deeply about each other. I mean, Monica is for sure a best friend to me. I mean, I go to her for everything, basically.
That's so beautiful, Monica. This almost brings me to tears. Tell me, do you have anything to add to that? I mean, do you have a special way that you co-work with Sharla? Because you guys are very different. I have to tell the audience, Monica and Sharla are almost opposites, because Monica is very, very more the artistic mind, and Sharla is an attorney. So you can see where they would have different processes when it comes to writing and creating this book. And that's why I'm so interested in how they're able to not just do this one book, but this whole series of 8 books and still love each other by the end. So Monica, do you have any tips you want to share with our audience on how you and Sharla are able to work together to make this book and this whole series so successful?
Yeah, I mean, really, we are opposites in terms of what we do for work, really, but we have the same artistic mind. When it came down, like, I'll be honest, at the beginning, because we are so close, we had some real outright brawls a couple of times. And it was just like, you know what? I mean, we decided right away. I said, we are never fighting again. We're just not going to fight anymore. And it worked. We really don't fight unless it's over one word. And then we've learned to let it go. Like Sharla said, give one, give and take sort of thing. But really, it's just about, we get along so well and not fighting. This is a fun process for us, and that's what it should be. And we don't want to lose sight of that. And it's hard because writing a book is really intense, even if it's a intense book.
So basically, what you're doing is you're living the values in Love Llama.
Yes.
You guys are living those values, and then you're writing about them in the book. And the Love Llama and the Love Llama friends are all portraying and living your values. I think that is so important, which I didn't realize that until just now. So the fact that the two of you decided you were not going to fight. And I think I remember somewhere in the book when the little Love Llama was getting ready to leave for the first time, leave her parents, and the parents didn't really want her to go. So I could see where there would be some of that going on in the book there, but then she finds that she must leave to find her special friend. So Sharla, do you want to read the other dream section in the Love Llama book to us, and hold up the picture, because pictures are gorgeous.
This is one of my favorite spreads. It's all the continents with each character on the continent that Love meets her on for him. And it says, so this is the Love Llama's story of how her dream came true. She journeyed around the world and traveled 7 continents too.
So, you know, even the Love Llama has dreams. And Monica, I want to ask you, did you find that while you were writing this book, you were dreaming about it in your dreams? Did you have dreams about this book at all?
Yes. I feel, every waking and sleeping moment, especially when it came down to the wire, they were, there's tension dreams and then there's good dreams. And, so a lot of dreaming has been going on, but,
Did your dreams help you with solve any of the challenges with the book? Did you get any information in your dreams?
I feel like when I went to bed, I would ask, for something about the book to help me dream, make me feel better in the morning. And usually, by me asking for something in my dream, I was able to sleep well throughout the night. And I feel that taught me just how to keep persevering and, not lose hope and to not hope, but, just keep going on because like I said, it can be difficult to write a book, but it's very much worth it. Mm-hmm.
So you set that dream intention and then you actually did some dream work. So Charlotte, What about you? Did you end up dreaming about this book while you were in the process of creating it as well?
Yes, absolutely. I wish I could think of specific situations where I know it happened to Monica too, where, we wake up and have this like great idea about the book. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to talk to Monica. This is really interesting how like the subconscious mind works while you're dreaming. So, I mean, of course, there's also the dreams lately of kind of the stress that's been going on with getting to the finish line. But that also is helpful because then you wake up and you realize, okay, maybe I need to let things go, calm down, everything's okay. So the dream is, giving you these important messages.
So your dream is kind of reassuring you too that everything's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. You're on the right track, right? That's so important. And especially as authors, I found that with all the books that I've written, I've got 5 books so far, my dreams were very important in helping me work through many challenges in my books. I'm really glad to see that you guys share that with me. We do have somebody on the line, but they have not raised their hand. So what I'm thinking is happening is they're just listening. They may be driving in the car and have us on their cell phone. They would raise their hand in YouTube if they actually wanted to come on and ask a question. So if you're listening right now and you would like to come on, you need to raise your hand so we know.
Kat, they have to press 9 on their phones to do that.
Okay, they have to press 9. You have to press 9. That was our producer, and she wanted me to let you know if you're listening and you'd like to ask a question to either of our guests, Monica or Charla, press 9 on your phone, which is raising your hand, and then we know and we'll bring you on. So we're coming down to the wire with our show. And so, Monica, I want to ask you, why should a parent buy your book and why would they want to? You are a parent, so why would you buy this book for your child if you hadn't written it?
Yeah, I mean, our book is different in that it's teaching. It's not just a fun story. So it is fun. And like you saw, the illustrations are great, but it's really teaching your children something. And these days, especially COVID, everyone I know that has little kids are so upset because they're home with them and they feel like the kids aren't learning anything. So this is a way for parents to teach their kids, and it's not painful. They're not sitting there over their shoulders, screaming, frustrated with Google Meet. It's something enjoyable for them. So it's a lot about knowing that their kids are learning and also getting a little bit of a stress relief for themselves, for sure.
Well, I want to thank you both, Monica and Charla, for being on the show with us today. It's been a great show. The insights that you shared with us on creating this book and why you created the book and how it teaches important skills is so very important. Charla, can you very quickly, because we're running out of time, give us the website again, and both of you hold your books up for us?
Sure. www.thelovellamaandfriends.com, spelled TheLoveLlamaandFriends.com.
Thank you. And thank you, guests and hosts, for making Dreaming Healing such a great show. We will see you next time on Tuesdays, usually Tuesdays. This is a special show today. Until then, remember, everybody dreams, but some dreams save lives. Good night.
Thank you, Kat.
Thank you for joining us this evening. And a big thanks to our producer. Tune in next time to Dreaming Healing for more cutting-edge research, live dream interpretations, and stories with radio host and award-winning author Kat Kanavos. Listen every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Time with call-in live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on syndicated Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network. Remember, everyone dreams, but some dreams save lives. Live your dreams. Find more about Kat at KathleenO'KeefeKanavos.com. That's Kathleen with a K. OKEEFEKANAVOS. Or The Queen of Dreams on Google search.
This is Dreamvision 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life flow.